Hello and welcome everyone into the show presented by CEI and supported by Erasmus Plus. Today we are going to talk about the series, all kinds of series. I have my friend here and fellow volunteer Yeva from Lithuania, and also myself. We are going to be discussing different types of series. TV series, film series, book series, anime series, and cartoon series, even, and just anything that comes up to our mind. So a lot of people are actually affected by series. A lot of people watch series in the TV, and this is I found that this is a topic that everyone likes to talk about in everyday conversations, and so I just decided to just have a discussion about certain things related to series. So first, Yeva, I want to ask you, like, how actually did you start watching series?
Well, I don't know, probably by turning on the TV when I was a kid. Well, obviously, probably when I was a kid, I used to turn on the TV just to watch cartoon series or even anime that showed on TV or some comedy shows. Well, anything that I enjoyed at that time. And that's probably my first experience with any kind of TV shows or series.
Do you remember the first series that you started?
No, but I know, like, when I was in about 8th grade or ninth, I used to really enjoy the uh, detective shows like Bones and see, what was it, CSI,
Oh yeah, the CSI.
like that, because I really like them. Then probably before that, I used to like to watch anime. For example, I remember when I was a kid, they showed us Naruto on TV and also Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah,
And
those were like the cool times. We
yeah,
also had this channel that only started after it started after Cartoon Network, I think, or some other kids channel, and it started only in the evening. So it was super exciting to actually watch
yeah,
this kind of series, and it also showed like Naruto, but yeah, and it's thinking about this. There are like a lot of cartoons for children to watch, like Looney Tunes and this kind of like really old ones and classical ones, and they even like TV broadcasters start to play these kind of series for children at a very young age. So probably
yeah.
that's why people like series when they're
Yeah,
older.
probably because you can do it every day at the same time. It's kind of a routine. It becomes kind of a tradition to watch it every evening.
Yes, well,
Like,
I remember that the first show that I watched, it was House MD, and I was so captivated by it. It was amazing. You know, Hiller is a really great and amazing actor, and so I was just so charmed. I started watching it in Hungarian, and then I didn't have the patience to wait for them to translate it into Hungarian, so I started watching it in English. And actually, this is why my English is good. I learned English from House MD.
yeah, well, for me it was a different case because I started watching anime when I was, I think, in 8th grade. And I watched a lot of it, and most of it was in English, or at least English subtitles, right? And that's how my English improved a lot. Like, in a span of 1 year, I noticed how much better my English became. Even my teacher noticed, and she said that, oh wow, your ability to hear what is being said improved a lot, because before that, it's sometimes it's hard to get all the information that was told to you, and later I could actually pick up on everything that was said to me.
Yes, it's really a good way of learning languages, to
Yes,
just watching
I agree.
like series. Um, okay, so what is exactly the thing that like when you watch a series like an episode, what is the thing that grabs your attention? Like, yes, I want to continue on with this.
Well, it depends from show to show. Usually, I like the story of it, and of course, the way that it's being showed. Like, I don't like when a show is being very naive, because, well, it's not realistic then. You can't feel like you're a part of it. Otherwise, you can imagine. And I really like shows that have some hidden meaning. When I can see a show and I can think about the meaning that's hidden somewhere, like some secrets that you can figure out, and then it turns out to be true, and it's only revealed.
So you like this type of like crime and mystery
Yes.
type of series? This is interesting.
I
So
think that's what was one of the first TV shows that brought me into it, because before that I preferred to watch cartoons when I was a kid.
yes, but
yeah.
nowadays we have a lot of cartoons, especially made for adults, which is kind of interesting because they cartoons have a much wider opportunity to visit topics, different
Yes,
topics, because
because
they have no limitations.
of course.
So it's interesting. One of them is actually I found Gravity Falls. It's a mystery cartoon, and it has all these ciphers and hidden texts throughout all the episodes. And at the end of each episode, you have a sentence that you have the key in the episode, and you have to just find out what the meaning is
So
of
you
the
have to pay
sentence.
attention to everything.
Like every detail, every unimportant little detail is really important in that show.
Yeah.
But it's still enjoyable for kids because it's funny. It has like this kind of things that.
So it's
kids
basically made for everyone, the young and the older.
do you think there's a difference between old type of series and the new ones, the recent ones?
Well, yes, I think they're different. Most of it is because the way we are, like people, the attitude is different, the way we talk, the way we do everything. So also the manner in which the show is also different.
Yes, I think the rhythm of recent shows are much more fast paced because in today's
We
life
don't
everyone
beat around the bush anymore.
no, but also you don't have the patience for like this long periods of actually nothing happening, which is kind of the cause. It's caused by the 21st centuries.
Because
Like
everyone's in a hurry.
yes, yes, and also you are used to on the internet. You only read like small sentences and then few words. You don't. You're not used to that much information, only just pictures and shows. And I think that this can be like converted to series where you are where you expect something to happen every second, some new picture, some new information, some new thing to happen, and not actually this slow paced like all times investigation like Columbo in this kind of series.
Yes, you are correct. I think so.
Okay, so let's go to a different topic. I have noticed that a lot of American shows are actually like remakes of English shows. Do you have an opinion on this?
I don't know. Never noticed that actually. Maybe I have to look into it a lot more. But I know that there are a lot of remakes. I just never noticed that most of them are remakes of English ones.
Yes, well, there are actually quite a few shows. I think the most famous is Shameless, probably, which is quite famous in America, but few of the people, few of the regular audience know that it was originally a British show with the same name, with actually the same plot, but they stopped it after a few seasons, and then the American adapted it.
Well, that's possible.
Also, I think you can actually distinguish between English and American shows because the Americans tend to have like a lot of more censure. They don't show a lot of things that the British can.
That's probably because of some rules and stuff in the country itself.
Yes, like a broadcasting
Yeah.
rules and regulations.
Because I also noticed that sometimes that we see shows in Lithuania, they do stuff differently. Like the mannerisms, some of them aren't shown because it's not accepted, or not, we see it differently. We, I don't know, we don't accept some stuff, so they censor something. For example, during the day, when they show some crime shows, they usually don't show anything, which can actually get quite annoying.
So you have a crime show when they shoot someone and they don't actually show that they shoot
You
the
can see a
person?
blurry screen.
Oh, okay, that's so bad.
There's one channel which does that, and it's so annoying.
Oh yeah, I can believe. But what I've found about American TV shows that is it's so much harder to actually imagine myself in the situation because most of the American actors look like this perfect body, perfect teeth, perfect hair. Everything is perfect about them, and I cannot like identify with that person because I know that I'm not perfect.
Because probably what they're trying to show is what they imagined should be like to show the best. Like, for example, the Japanese anime, they also make the person not the way they are in there, but their imagination, the perfect being, and how they should be acting. So that's
So it's
usually
like an idealistic figure
Yeah.
of what you should be and what you should
which kind
behave
of
like.
dictates the fashion, the beings, how we have to act, and it's like dictates the pace of what the word should be, and that's why some people get some self-conscious. I don't know.
Because
They get-
they see that they
yeah.
have to be like perfect in
Better.
order. Okay, yeah, it's actually a really bad way of advertising these kind of things because a lot of children have a lot of problems with themselves because they what they see in the TV. And they see this American role model that they have to be perfect, they have to have perfect teeth, perfect body, perfect family, perfect everything, and it just puts a lot of pressure on kids who don't realize that this is not how normal it is.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so is there anything for you in an anime series or in a TV series or anything, a TV show, what absolutely makes you like close the window or just want to throw the TV out of the out of the window and out of the house?
Well, I don't like when the character's being very naive, and when I feel like no one would actually do that, like the character does it, then it doesn't make me want to throw it out just to turn it off.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're not that impulsive.
No.
Okay. What I really hate is there is one show called Black Sails. It's about pirates. It's an American show. And the one thing that's in the first episode, like the first 10 seconds of the first episode, they are showing like the perfect teeth of the actors. It's a show about pirates.
Yeah.
They're known for their bad teeth and bad health, and
Yeah.
they show this perfect blonde, long-haired man with a stubble on his cheek, and then he just smiles with this beautiful white teeth, and it's just such a, I this show I was so looking forward to because I kind of like shows and the things about pirates because this is an interesting idea and interesting topic, and it was just such a turn off. Oh my god.
It kind of, like, the kids who don't know how the pirates used to be, it can make unrealistic ideals. Like, they think that the pirates used to be so perfect and cool because of that.
Yes. Well, talking about children, so the big question is are cartoons and anime only for children, do you think?
No, I think some actually are more for adults than kids. Well, kids can enjoy it, but if they're smart, sometimes they notice stuff that are kind of disturbing if you see it as a kid. A few days ago, I actually watched a video on YouTube, and it was talking about cartoons which kind of show disturbing things, and you don't notice them when as a kid, but as an adult, it's kind of disturbing. Um, I don't remember how it's called, but the one about the kids who are always going on adventures. I don't remember now.
Well, it doesn't really matter
Yeah, so
nowadays.
and that, for example, the kids are always going on adventures and the kids are like babies. So what it shows is that the adults, that the parents are very bad parents. They don't
Yes.
watch the kids, and it's just really disturbing. But as a kid, you never notice that because you just see the
Yes, you just see
fun.
the adventurous side of, finally getting rid of the parents and going on adventures.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think that there are a lot of shows, a lot of people are saying that anime is for only for children, which is
Yes, I've heard
stupid
that a
because
lot.
I think that anime is much more bloody and they have much more gore in it than actual series because the possibility that they can show anything.
Yeah, they can. And also, well, I like to watch anime, and one of the things that I like about it is that they can do it very seriously. Like they can hide so much in it, and even one of my first anime that I watched was Death Note, and it is actually about a student who kills people. So and it's about what he thinks, how he imagines that he's ridding the world of evil. So it's definitely not for kids,
Yes, it's not for
and
kids.
it has so much meaning in it.
And also there are a lot of cartoons. I don't watch anime that much. I watch cartoons, and there are a lot of cartoons that go in like the daytime in Cartoon Network and these kind of like TV channels, which are watched by children mostly. And what I noticed that a lot of them are not meant for children, not because they show something that children not supposed to see, but because they have jokes that children would never get. They joke about actual political situations and they joke about life events and these kind of things. There's just no way a children can appreciate the full intensity of these jokes.
I think that's one of the ways that the animators can put some stuff that is going on right now inside it and get away with it because kids don't notice it, and the adults also enjoy the all the what they hear
So
and
it's
what they
kind of
notice.
like a show for the children and the adults. So
Yes,
it's something that the family can watch together
and
when they
be
just
happy.
yes, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have one more question for this session. What do you think is the purpose of series? Because it's kind of different from films because films usually have some kind of artistic value to present, but in a series when it's like a series of a lot of episodes, what is the purpose of that?
Probably the continuation because they can add many stories into the same character. So you can stay the same character, you know him, you know his story, and you can see how the character acts in certain situations maybe, and well, just continue a much longer story that can be put, it cannot be put in a movie. So in a TV show it can show so much more information
So do
and
you think
action.
the purpose of series is to get a more detailed version of the story than you would be
Yeah, I
able to
think
show in
so.
a film? Okay, maybe it is. I don't know. Everyone has their
Of
own
course.
ideas of why they watch series. So I have a question for you, Yava.
Yes.
If you could do any type of series, like about anything and without limitations, what would you do?
I have no idea. I've never thought about it, actually.
What type would it be? Would it be like an anime or a
Well,
TV series?
I think maybe a TV series?
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Now we are going somewhere. Okay, so TV series. What type? What genre would it be?
I think I would prefer something fantasy and maybe with a historical theme because lately I feel like very interested in historical events, like, well, anything from maybe 16th or 17th century Europe,
Oh,
something like
that's
that.
interesting. Oh, 17th century Europe TV show. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What about
who
you?
who would be like the main protagonist? Who would it be? Would it be like a man, woman, a child,
Well,
old lady? Old cat lady in the 17th century?
maybe. I don't know. That's kind of hard to decide. So, on such short notice.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
Yeah. You can help by saying what you would do.
What I would do, probably I would do a series like with really slow paced plot. I like this type of series when you have no idea what is happening.
Yeah.
You are just captivated by the images and by the music and by the actors and by everything, and you have actually no idea what is happening. But then slowly you get fed information, like little crumbs of information
Yeah.
throughout the episodes, and you will have to put two and two together in
Yes.
order
So,
to.
so it's also kind of a mystery that you
Yes,
have to solve.
but what I would do is I would like the last episode, I wouldn't broadcast it. I would put it on a website. And if you have collected all the information from all the episodes, then you would have the password for this website to watch the last final episode when everything is like explained.
Well, that's a very interesting idea, actually.
Yes, but the thing is that probably one person would have the code and then share
And
it
then
on
share
the
it
internet.
with everyone. Yeah.
So maybe
That always happens.
generate like different type of passwords. So the password for the last episode would have like something that is refresh daily. So maybe they would, if they collected all the information, they needed to go to a website and then combine that information with the website's information, and then they would get the password, which is
To make-
refreshed day by day.
To make it even harder.
Yes, so that they don't have the option to be lazy and search for it on the internet.
Yeah.
I think it would be amazing. Probably
That's very interesting.
probably very few people would watch it actually.
Maybe or maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? So, we have arrived at suggestions and recommendations of TV shows. So, what is on the top of your head, like the best show that you would suggest for everyone to watch?
Well, probably the one that I watch most of the time, which is Supernatural, because I really like it. And actually, today is the next episode is gonna come out, so I'm thinking about that. That's why it's on the top of my head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. Well, I prefer to watch fantasy and sometimes mystery shows, so that's the most that I watch at the moment. But I also enjoy I really enjoyed the first season of Outlander, which isn't that new, and it's actually made. It has a book and was made into a TV show after the book, and I really want to read the book actually.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah.
So what makes Supernatural something different from the other shows? Why would you suggest that?
Well, since it has 13 seasons, I can really
That's a
see
lot.
the growth of the characters, how they change, and how it was just horror series at first, and now it's a comedy, it's a fantasy, it's an action. It has so much more than it had before.
Yes. Well, I can see now your point. The just the growth of the TV show.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest, actually, I have quite a few, but one of the ones that I like the most, it's called The Fall. It's a crime series, and what I like about this is that it's really artistic. You can see that they had the absolute idea of how to show that picture, where to put the camera, from which angle should they shoot the scenes. They have put a lot of effort into it, and it's besides the plot, it's really, it's something to watch. It's even without the plot, it's something that you just sit down and just sit with your mouth gaping open, because it's just so amazing.
Yeah, so you really like the TV shows that show very artistic
I like the
perspective.
shows where I can see that they have put a lot of effort into it and not just put something together to get the money.
Yeah. Oh.
Also about this show is that it only has 3 seasons because they had the story for 3 seasons and they stopped after that.
So they didn't want the money, they just wanted to show what they had.
Yes, exactly. Like they wanted this piece of art to be out there, and they made it, and they put it out there, and that's it.
Yeah,
So
it's
this is
amazing.
this is amazing. So what about like anime? What would be your recommendation for anime to watch?
Oh, I don't know, probably some of the classics like Cowboy Bebop. We heard the song from it today.
Yes, it was the first song actually on the
Yeah.
broadcast.
And, well, I really enjoyed Full Metal Alchemist. It's a show that isn't too hard to watch. It's a light one, but it's also attracts you a lot because of the characters, because of the story.
It's funny how you said Cowboy Bebop and Full Metal Alchemist, because we started the show with Cowboy Bebop and we are ending it with the song from Full Metal Alchemist. So
Yeah, so I kind of know
yes,
what's the best.
this is
Yeah.
good.
Well,
Okay, so
I also think that most of what people watch should be decided by what kind of shows they like. For me, it's usually mystery or fantasy because I prefer it that way right now. But it can also change in a few years, so
yeah, we can never know where life will take
of
us, right?
course.
Well, I have a recommendation for a cartoon series.
Go
It's
on.
not Gravity Falls, but I also recommend that you watch that. It's actually called The Amazing World of Gumball. It was, I think it was first meant for children, and a lot of people think that it's for children. But what they have is like they have the caricature of everything that's happening on the world around us. Basically everything. It's a kind of a weird setting. The main characters are a blue cat and his kind of stepbrother, a goldfish, who was actually a pet goldfish and started growing legs because they were so good friends. So they called him Darwin, of course, because of the biological reasons. And they are a family of the mother is also a blue cat, and the father is a big pink fat bunny rabbit. So it's really funny, and they have the characters are some of the characters are actually a piece of toast, but there's also a flying eyeball, and then the giant rainbow colored monster. So it has everything. It has like jokes about anime as well. It has some episodes that are like drawn in different styles. So it just everything is in there, and
Yeah.
it's really enjoyable.
I have to check that out.
Yeah. So Amazing World of Gumball. Don't forget it.
I won't.
Okay. So, what are shows to watch this week? Just at the end of the show. You mentioned like Supernatural is coming out, the last episode.
It's not the
Today?
last episode, but
The
yeah, today
latest.
is the latest, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So I heard that The Walking Dead is coming out soon in the end of February. Also, there's a pretty good show called Altered Carbon that I think it finished airing in February. Also, I have, if I heard it correctly, that Legends of Tomorrow is also putting a new season of series in February.
Yeah, I think so.
So you have a lot of things to watch. So this was the show by CEI, supported by Erasmus Plus. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe see you, or maybe you can listen to us again next time
On
on
Tuesday
Tuesday
at 6.
at 6 Bulgarian time. So don't forget to check it out.